Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. This is Safe Space, blah, blah, blah. This is a space. I mean, fuck a space. It's fuck a safe. Is it a safe? You know what? I don't even, I can't. Every time I remember that I want to redo that line, it's usually when I'm doing the intro. And I'm like, oh, right. I don't want to keep saying that. I got to come up with something different. But then, Stoner loner, shout out to Damien, another stoner loner over here, I'd be forgetting. I'd be getting stoned. I'd be all by myself and I'd be forgetting. So I'm gonna work on that. But anyway, welcome you guys to the Tuesday edition. Appreciate you guys making some time to come here. Tonight's gonna be I'd say a quick episode because it's basically some cops ain't shit. I was actually thinking about doing a third topic tonight, but I wasn't able. Let me rephrase. I lacked the bandwidth. Let me not say I lack the interest. I did not lack the interest. I did like the bandwidth. I wanted to talk, and I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to tell y'all what I was thinking about talking about. I was thinking about talking about loosely whatever's going on with Keke Palmer, and everyone just left the room. Wait, y'all come back. Y'all come back. Y'all come back. But no, on a serious tip, so the actress Keke Palmer apparently has had some issues with her child's father, where she had to pull out a restraining order on him. Apparently, the shit's got kind of messy between Kiki mother and her baby father mother, going back and forth on social media, et cetera, et cetera. But the angle that I wanted to discuss it from, and maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow on the Remix Morning Show, is like I want to know who's helping out this young man. Like, who's helping this young man maintain his emotions, his composure, helping him redirect his frustration, his anger, obviously with his child's mother. And it's the concern that I have generally, despite some people with some very misguided opinions out here about what the fuck I think about men and how I feel about men. I'm actually very concerned for men. Because if we don't reach out and help men, particularly while they are young men before they get up to be old and middle-aged men, if we don't help these young men figure out their feelings and help them process certain things, like what when they feel rejection, when they feel anger towards their partners or even towards their children, and even on another level help them to understand the system, and the role that they have as parents, help them understand the custody system, the visitation system. Like the mandem out here they need some help. Okay, they need help. And when I look at the discourse online, I said, wow, these young men are not getting help at all. They are getting gaslit by fucking fuck boys and fuck girls out here. Well, fuck Kiki. Why she gotta act? No. That's not what this young man needs to hear right now. This young man needs to figure out how to process all of his feelings. He needs to figure out the best way to ameliorate the relationship with his child's mother so he can see his child. And if that's not possible, then the young man needs to have the tools to be able to figure out the custody and visitation system so he can make legal provisions, so he can visit his child, so he can see his child. But I don't think men get that kind of advice. So let me go to the chat. What do y'all think? I don't think so. I know something. You know what? I ain't got to think, nigga. I know the man them ain't getting redirected and getting that kind of guidance, and it's fucked up. And this is how we fall into these traps that we are in, quote, gender wars. Ain't no fucking gender war. Let me be clear about that. Okay, like ain't no gender war because let me rephrase. Maybe the gender war looks a lot like Israel versus Hamas, right? That's the gender war, my niggas. And I give you one guess. Who the fuck is the men in the Israel versus Hamas scenario in which I have described? I'm not going to even say what the answer is because y'all smart. Y'all can figure that out. Ain't no fucking gender wars because the body's only piling up on one side. However, I am concerned about these young men, these young brothers especially, because you're gonna get caught up on a restraining order. You're gonna get caught up in for violating a restraining order. Your goofy ass is going to jail. And for what? Why? Because you mad? Because you in your feelings? Because your baby mother said something to piss you off? Because she posted something on social media? Like, I want to see the young brothers out here get some guidance and not just be literally gaslit themselves by their peers. And we all know young people are not the best guiders of young people. And in some instances, fuck, old people are not the best guiders of young people. So anyway, maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow on the Remix Border Show. Because I swear to God, like this whole topic kind of ran through my head, but I know there's some social media elements about it. And sure, I could have just talked about the shit, but if I couldn't be working Will, what's the point? If I couldn't be out here making Will pull a clip from here and from there and put the shit together, what is the point? I could just sit up here and talk and not make Will do nothing. But no. That runs counter to my morals. That's counter to, to my values. You know what I'm saying? We got to man them on staff. Hey, gotta put that nigga to work. Sorry. So anyway, that's the reason I didn't really, really, really want to get into the topic because I didn't pull right. Because I didn't pull none of the drama clips surrounding the there's media availables that could enhance this storytelling. I didn't go through all that to try to pull that. But I'm telling y'all, I'm very concerned about the young brothers out here. I am. And not to say I'm not concerned about young sisters, but I see programs, I see monies, I see resources, maybe not enough, but they exist, for especially young survivors, young women of physically abusive relationships. But where's the preemptive and preventive shit for the young brubs? Like, I want shit for these young men before they end up getting physical with their partner, before they end up getting physical with their child's mother. Like, where are those resources where the young man is, he's getting frustrated? Where's his number to call? Like, who can he call? And unfortunately, he can't call a lot of the men in his community, because I'm telling y'all, and y'all know this, I'm not even making this shit up, y'all fucking know this. Who gives men the worst advice of a men's? Vesper, am I lying? Tyler, am I lying? Like, y'all know, like, oh man, fuck that bitch, man. Just go over there and go get your kid. Terrible advice. Terrible advice. Man, just go over there and go get your kid. Can nobody keep your son from you? Can nobody keep your son away from you? Nigga, you are going to jail. You understand this, right? You're going straight to jail. Do not tell your boy to go get his fucking kid because that's his kid, because this nigga's going to jail. And it's going to take him a while, even longer, to see his child. So where are the resources? So anyway, shout out. What's going on, bro? So anyway. Maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow. What y'all think? You think that'd be a good topic? Yeah, fuck it. What? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, y'all come on in here, get a video a like and a thumbs up. Yeah, y'all, I should have researched this shit. My bad. I hate giving y'all teaser topics, like, because I know this is a good talker, but it's the truth. But I think it would be a better enhanced conversation with other folks in it. So Wednesdays on the Remix Morning Show. It's been Ear Doctor. I think Ricky Ryan has usually been with us rocking on Wednesdays for the regularly here lately, and I think Brother Camus gonna be in the building as well. So yeah, this could be a good talk, and maybe even our organizing brothers and sis can give us some perspective about. I mean, that is political education, right? Like, y'all, like, figuring out how to work or navigate the legal system, be it criminal or civil. That's political education, yeah. And I think young brothers, and maybe old brothers, shit, I don't fucking know, but whoever, whatever, non-custodial parents may not engage or try to pursue their rights to the full extent that they're able, because they don't know, right? They just might assume that the custodial parent has all the power and they can't do nothing. And all they can do is put goofy shit up on social media and make themselves look bad. And it's like, wait, no, no, no. There are other options here. So yeah, let's save that for manana. What's up, Quaker? What's up, Quaker Anchor? What's up, Zinzi Bell? Zinzi Bell, you understand what I'm saying? What's up, Alicia? Y'all get it. Anyway, but maybe I'm not too familiar with the Kiki Palmer situation. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm way off base here. I don't think I am. I don't know the particulars of that situation. But when I heard the young father was wilding out a little bit, I'm like, who the fuck is who told him not to go over there? I hope somebody told him, hey man, don't go over there. But he went over there. And maybe nobody told him to go over there. Maybe in fact someone told him to go over there. I don't know. But I do know we do not have enough conversations in the light for everybody to see and hear about what these young men can do, what these young fathers can do when they are feeling frustration, anger, overwhelmed by, whatever their child's mother's doing, for right or for wrong. So anyway, we need, but before hands get involved, right? Before cops get called, before temporary restraining orders get pursued, what can we do to avoid the situation before then? Says I. So anyway, y'all come on here and give the video a thumbs up, please, and thank you. Thank you to Eric. What's up, Eric? What's up, Quaker Anarchist? I see Big Teal in here. Seasons of Bell in here. My baby Vesper's here. Holly Horn in the building. Peace, infinite content. What's going on? Who is that? Matthew? Thank you, Matthew. Thank you for making the time. Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's Donnie. Hey, Donnie. Peace to Latif. Thank you so much to Latif. Shout out to Court as well. What's up, Franny France? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So anyway, tonight's show is we got some succinct cops ain't shit, but there's a couple of these cops ain't shits is kind of interesting. What's up, Sweary Fairy? Hey, real quick, shout out to everyone that came to the disability support chat, the Around the Fire disability support chat that we had for November on Saturday. Thank you to Mama Lorraine, to Anna, to Learn Life Abby. Thanks to everybody that came through. Just a reminder, the caregivers support chat is this Saturday. So holla at Anna for those deets. I believe Anna's probably going to run me those details. So I will post them to the community section and to Patreon. So shout out to everybody that took the time to make their way to the disability support chat. I certainly appreciate it. What's up, KJ Sakuna? Thank you so much for coming through. Who is that? Hold on. One day I'll show you guys my little tricks and shit my little cheats that I do for myself. Ooh. So I can see things quickly. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. but yeah. So anyway, guys, let me get into this story, please. Ooh, Donnie. Aw, Don Bird. Thank you so much for your Cash App support. Appreciate that, Donnie. Let me cut the. How come I did? Oh, because I had to turn myself down because I got myself so I can somewhat read the chat. Give the video a thumbs up, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. What the fuck else y'all do? I don't know. Share the shit? I don't know. What else you do with the shit on YouTube? Let me sit up. All right. There's a content warning for this topic from a first story. It's a content warning, trigger warning for unaliving. Do y'all have a preference for the terminology for unaliving? I understand from what I gather, the reason people don't want to use the word side, right, is because it's a legal term that makes it a legal violation for someone to end their own life, right? And I think the mindset is that people who end their own lives should not be framed as like criminals, like some people who decided to take their own life. So that's why people have somewhat tried to phase out, suicide in favor of unaliving. Thoughts. I'd be interested in y'all's thoughts about that. But regardless, the content warning for this first topic involves that. Now, the people who committed this act are not sympathetic figures. So I don't know if this is even really a sympathy thing, because we are humanitarians. What's up, V? Thank you so much for your Cash App support, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Black magic. So yeah, because we are humanitarians, we mourn the loss of life, but if the life was here on earth making other people's lives miserable, do we cry? I don't think so. Damn it, Will, I didn't send you the article, but it's fine. Did I put an article on the website about on the doc about this? So let me pull it up on my phone if I didn't send it to Will. But it's four, you guys. Quattro, Four officers from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Deputies Department for the LASD, Google LASD gangs, right? Four officers from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, they all killed themselves within a 24-hour time span. What? Four, y'all, four in a day, in a fucking day. That's enough to make you sit up and pay attention, right? Not because, when, but like, the fuck was y'all doing? It was my first question that ran through my head. I said, all y'all was in trouble togethers. Apparently, because why the fuck else would four people who worked for the same employer all decide to kill themselves within the time frame of 24 hours? And I'm sorry, the whole way that this story has been framed is also another example of propaganda, right? Because we as the public, number one, there's a lot of things. Hold on, let me let me take my time here because I got excited. Shout out to Latif. Latif actually referenced me this story, brought me this story. So, one of these four was a retired member of the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. Three were current employees, okay, of the LASD. Um, Within a 24-hour time span between, I believe, last Tuesday and Wednesday, all four of these people allegedly took their lives. The department released a statement saying a whole bunch of, we are stunned and we are saddened. But what they didn't say were the names of the people who took their own lives. And the reason that they gave was privacy. I have questions about that, though. I don't think, regardless of the circumstances of their death, these four individuals were public employees. I don't know that they actually took their lives. That's what the sheriff's department is saying, that they took their lives. They all could have been targeted for murder and execution for all the fuck I know. And this is an elaborate conspiracy by the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department to cover the shit up, to just say all them niggas killed themselves, right? And the media is buying this shit hook, line, and sinker. It ain't no questions, ain't no pushback, ain't no, are you sure? Can we have the names of these LASD employees so maybe we can cross check them against any pending, court proceedings? Are these people under investigation of any kind? Like there seems to be a um, hurry up and buy. Like it's big hurry up and buy the story energy so we can get this shit off the fucking headlines. And from what I can gather, that seems to be what's happening on both the national news level. I think that this particular article is from ABC News, and on the local level as well. And I want us to actually go to Los Angeles to get an example about how this is being covered locally. Fox 11 Los Angeles took a different angle, an angle that I kind of appreciated, actually. And again, it's less so that I have empathy for these officers specifically, again, because the nature of their jobs are to terrorize and be awful in the community. So I don't feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them as people, but because they were cops, my, my empathy just evaporated. I don't know where it went. It just went away, right? But the fact that these four cops killed themselves, it's not being revealed who they are or possibly what their motivations were. All of this is just further examples of how the institution of policing is crumbling, right? Like I've said before, guys, some of these institutions of power, as much as I want them to fall, as I want America writ large to fall, why? Because it's a terrible colony. It's an awful place. It's horrible for children here in America. It's very bad for women. Very bad if you are non-white in America. I don't think America should stand. But the good news is, y'all, America's fallen all by itself. Like we actually have to do very little to help and to hasten these institutions from crumbling and falling. And this next piece that I want to play you guys from Fox 11 LA is kind of an example of that, because they take the time and interview a former sheriff's deputy who I think gives a very candid interview about some of the challenges that people who work there are facing. But let me point this out before we even get started. The one thing that this cop or this former cop does in this interview that I appreciate, not once does he say the reason these police officers are killing themselves is because the community hates us. The reason why these cops can't take all the pressure is because they want to defund the police. He doesn't say any of that, right? Which I thought was pretty telling. I said, this one actually might be telling the truth, because he's not trying to hit us with some counter propaganda as though it's society's turning on the police that is exacerbating these cops' mental health problems. No, all the fuckery belongs, and the blame for the fuckery belongs solely and squarely at the feet of the institution itself. And I think this former deputy articulates that very well. So let's take a look at this piece here in the wake of these 4 LASD employees, current and former, killing themselves within a 24-hour time period. Let's take a listen.
It's heartbreaking to see these people that I used to work with take their lives for just ridiculousness that's going on within the department.
Soren Prime is speaking out in hopes of helping the LA County Sheriff deputies who would like to, but can't.
Anybody that speaks up about anything that's wrong within the department will be met with retaliation no matter what, hands down.
Soren used to be a proud LA County deputy sheriff until the workload simply became too much.
I will work 6 days a week, 16, 18-hour shifts, and that leaves us with really no time to do anything. The majority of the other partners that I worked with will work even more than that. They'll have 0 days off, sometimes 2-3 weeks in a row, sometimes a month.
When Soren expressed to his superiors that he was starting to suffer from depression and anxiety, he says no one cared.
They literally gave me more hours. They told me, you signed up for this job. You don't belong here as a deputy sheriff.
Learning about the recent 4 deputy suicides angered Soren enough to go public. He says there are many other suicides we never hear about.
You just, you ask, hey, whatever happened to Deputy so-and-so? And the common thing to say is, oh, they ate their gun. And we're like, what? How is that possible? We just saw him yesterday. And, they just shrug it off, and we go online, we check the news, nothing.
Perhaps that is why someone in the department has been sending anonymous letters to citizens. This one states, things cannot continue the way they are. We work multiple overtime shifts a week, often only getting a couple of hours of sleep between continuous double shifts.
This is the 3rd anonymous letter to the community. What are your thoughts on that?
And they're asking for help in any way that they can.
Soren says he was forced out of the department in December.
I've worked so hard, and for it to really end like this is just, it's heartbreaking.
But he says he doesn't need the uniform to do the right thing for his former fellow deputies.
The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department needs help. We swore an oath to look after everyone there in the county, to uphold the amendments, to protect the innocent. But what about us?
Sheriff Robert Luna issued a long statement that says in part, the persistent staffing shortages throughout the years, contractual obligations in the jails and in contract cities, and mandatory overtime cannot continue at the detriment of our personnel. My executive team is reviewing our commitments to find additional resources to relieve staffing shortages and to support the service we provide to LA County residents. This is a problem that has been going on for years, and it has only gotten worse. I'm Gina Silva, Fox 11 News.
Interesting statement there from the Los Angeles county sheriff there. Luna. Luna's the new one. Remember Villanueva, that piece of shit. That's the old one. We really hated Villanueva, right? We as a community and as a platform, like we hated Villanueva. And look at how Villanueva left his department in shambles, shambles. And here come the new sheriff, Luna, Robert Luna, talking about, well, the sheriff's department has too many obligations at the jail, and then we got staffing here and there, and it's like, oh well, sounds like y'all need to let some of the people out of jail. Hmm? If it's your job to either shuttle people to and fro or to provide security, I don't know what the fuck the sheriff's deputies do at the jail. Let them people out of jail. Okay. Also, the sheriff's department maybe is assuming too many responsibilities. you know I disagree heavily with our president Joe Biden when he runs down the list of things that American police do, including welfare checks and mental health care, responses when people are in crisis. That's not something cops should actually be doing. Like, there are a number of duties that I think we can take safely off the plates of cops, right? These cops, if they feel as though they are overworked, then that's something that they need to take up with the institution, because you know policing is there to protect property and capital of the elites, right? And clearly the elites don't give a shit if the help is tired of protecting their shit, right? And they are treating y'all as such. They are treating y'all like the help that you are, okay? And you think that because you're police, you're in some elevated position of power, which in some ways you are over the regular population, but that don't mean you ain't gonna get treated like shit, like a worker, even though they're not workers. But I don't mean that the upper crust won't treat them as workers. And it's I gotta say, it's a little laughable. I mean, it's funny on one hand, and then on some ways it's not funny. The ways that it's funny, it's like the police feel as though they are this protected class, that everybody loves cops and looks out for cops. Well, not even other cops, not even your higher ups are concerned about your work life balance, about your mental health, and whether or not the job is exacerbating that and taking a toll. No, in fact, they're there to exploit you, exploit your time, exploit your labor, exploit your efforts to the greatest effect possible. They don't give a fuck if you didn't only got to sleep 2 hours. Deputy Johnson, you better get your ass back in that car and ride around Palmdale for the next 10 hours. And those within those ranks need to be heeding that. Why would you want to be a part of that? Why is that an institution that you want to be ground into dust by, right? In addition to, at least a significant portion of the community don't fuck with you, right? People are always recording you, right? Always recording their interactions with law enforcement. Like, this doesn't sound like an appealing job. And for the numbers, Will, actually in that article, you don't have to put it back up, but I read in that article the ABC piece reporting about the 4 LASD employees who killed themselves within a 24-hour time period. Some of these numbers are not super well tracked, but it referenced, hold on, let me pull it up. The article referenced a group. Hold on, let me find it. The number that this group reported this year alone is 83 law enforcement officers have taken their lives this year. That sounds like a low number. But given the candor in which that person who was in the interview, featured in the interview, just revealed to us, these are numbers that the police departments don't really share. Like, they don't sit around, they're not sending out the press release every morning to your local morning show, your local TV morning show, to tell you that 2 officers ended up taking their lives last night, or whatever the number may be. So these numbers are in fact suppressed. Hold on, god damn it. And because this information is suppressed, I wonder, how accurate the numbers are. Hold on, let me pull it up, because it said 83. Let me pull it up, because I took a picture of the shit. I said, there you go, right there. but I wanted to give you guys the name of the group that is referencing this number, because it's not like this is coming from the Los Angeles, the city of LA said that they lost X amount of officers to suicide this year. No, they didn't say that at all. Okay, from ABC News, it says this year alone, 83 law enforcement officers have died by suicide, according to the group First Help. First, in all caps, HELP, which is a first responder suicide group. And again, there's not no more official numbers than this than from somebody Facebook group, ABC News. Okay. And then all these quotes in this article are the same, that these deaths are tragic. They highlight the complexities of the job and da 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 da. But it's interesting, a couple of things about this particular incident out there in LA. Again, the names of these officers not being released, which I don't understand why that is, and I don't understand why any media organization would accept that answer. That's not an acceptable answer. These people were public servants. These people were on the job. These people actually may have taken their own lives with their service weapons. Their identities, their ranks, their positions, their status, their caseload is all of public interest. And for any media outlet, and I'm excluding myself here, goddamn it, because basically I'm a one woman band. I can't be putting in FOIA requests in goddamn LA. You know what I'm saying? But shit, we got niggas for that, right? So anyway, but fuck, ABC News need to be doing that shit. Fox LA, Fox 11 LA, KTLA. Like, is there a reason y'all not answering these questions? Is there a reason that if the whoever the LA sheriff's department spokesperson is, like, if they say we not giving out that information, y'all just like, oh well, cool. For all I know, these people could have been under investigation. I can only assume that these four people knew each other. These suicides are connected. For them to have taken their lives, four of them within a 24-hour time period, and for us as the public to sit there and are told that what somehow that these aren't connected and these people's identities are not relevant. No. No, because I'm guessing that they was all in some kind of trouble. They was all under some sort of shared trouble. I'm interested. Who took their lives? Or again, suicide is just the cop line, right? Because we know the police lie all the fucking time. So we should really assume that these people may not have been victims of suicide. They may, for all I know, be victims of homicide. In that ABC News article, it actually says that the homicide division is looking into this. Well, y'all just told me that they killed themselves. So what the homicide division looking into it for? No, there's more to the story here. There's way more to the story. And per usual, the mainstream outlets are going to drop this. They're going to drop the ball. They're going to let this slide. The mainstream Los Angeles media is pretty bad. Like, they are pretty bad. Remember the whole there was not specifically related to this, not about suicide, but a situation that happened in Los Angeles a year and some change ago. We covered it here on the program. It's probably under my playlist of Cops Ain't Shit. The teenage girl who was kidnapped by her father. Her father murdered her mother and kidnapped her. The teenage girl, I believe her name was Samantha Graziano. And the police, once they apprehended her father or pulled him over, Samantha, the teenager, the child, the kidnapping victim, escaped out of her father's custody of the vehicle and was running towards police for help, and they shot her dead. They shot her dead. And the media was just like, well, maybe it was a Lolita situation between the teenage daughter and her father. I'm like, wow, we're just absolving the police of murdering a teenage kidnap victim, huh? Like, just sprinkle some crack and nothing to see here. So the mainstream Los Angeles media is notorious for just accepting whatever the fuck LAPD or LASD has to say about a situation, and they'll just let it slide. This is why we rock with some of the independent media outlets out there and the independent journalists out there in Los Angeles, outlets like Knock LA and LA Taco and others, because They understand the level of propaganda that is allowed to slide in Southern California, right? And they will at least ask better questions, pose better questions, put in the FOIA requests, and get down to the real nitty gritty. But I'm telling you, 4 Los Angeles sheriff's deputies unalive themselves in a 24-hour time frame, and it's not connected and it's not relevant. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, y'all. Flavor Flav got problems of his own. Can't do nothing for you, man. Thank you, Latif, for sending me that story. We're gonna keep an eye on that, and maybe somebody will get out there and ask some better fucking questions because this is of the public interest. For all I know, these bammers could have been executed, and we need to get down to the bottom of this shit. And I would like to know who these officers were, name, rank, division, location, standing, all that shit. I need to know everything about these officers. So hopefully some real deal journalists will get down to business there in LA. Let me take a quick break. Is that all I wanted to say about that? I think so. That's plenty. Today is the 14th, everybody. Tomorrow is Bagheera's birthday. I'm very excited. Mama's gonna bring her dog Butch. Butch is coming over. Unfortunately, Smokey's out of town, so Smokey can't come see Bagheera on her birthday, but Smokey sends his love and kisses and well wishes. And I've been telling Bagheera that she's been getting love on the channel. She said, "What's the channel?" I said, "It's where mommy goes in the room and shuts the door." She said, "Oh, that bullshit." I said, "Yeah." But I said, "But the people like you over there, bag. So don't call it bullshit." She said, "Okay." She told them to send money. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no, I have been letting Bagheera know for a while that you guys have been in her corner this whole time. And to be clear, you guys, I think I've said this to you all. I am in bonus time with Bagheera. When she turned 13, I had no expectation whatsoever that this dog would see 15. It's fucking crazy. So every minute, every second, every day, every week, everything with Bagheera is just bonus time. It's bonus time because we could have been cut short a couple years ago, but we in bonus time. So thank you guys, because you guys have been enjoying this bonus time with me, to be honest, because I do talk about Bagheera. Y'all haven't seen Bagheera in a while. I mean, that's on her. She can come on here. She can come in here when she get ready. But yeah. So anyway, thank you guys in advance for and retrospectively for all the well wishes that you all have sent to Bagheera. What's up, Damien? Thank you so much for making some time. What's up? What's up, Matt? See, every time, I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I get reluctant when I see people's names that I'm not used to seeing because I'm like, friend or foe. You guys know how I do. I'm skeptical of all newness. Like, oh my God, guys, we got some new viewers. I'd be like, who the fuck is that? Who is that? Announce yourself. Let Latif check you at the door. You know, that's how I be. But that's all love though. If you come in peace, you shall be greeted with peace. Vesper, you know me. You know I'm as standoffish in real life as I am friendly. Cordial. Yes, I'm cordial. I would not consider myself friendly. Cordial. I speak. I'm Gen X. My mother gave me home training. Now, I know some of y'all Gen X parents ain't giving y'all children home training, and I see this. I see this very clearly. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I see the shit. Be walking past a group of children on the path. And just like the old folks would speak to us when we was hanging out on the path, and just like when we was young, did we like it when old people talked to us? No, we didn't. We did not. Because we would see the old people coming from a distance. And I say, oh, and I do mean people probably my age now, right? We'd see the middle-aged people and the old people coming from a distance like, oh, man, say something. They gonna speak. But guess what? When the old people spoke, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, we would always speak back, right? I saw this group of kids out on the path, and it was, a girl, a couple of teenage boys, whatever. I wasn't scared of them. Let the news tell it. I should have been scared of them. The news will have you scared of all the middle schoolers. The news will have you thinking every 12-year-old is out here thugging it. Regardless, I spoke to these children. These kids looked at me. They didn't say, they didn't speak, they didn't move. They just looked. I said, hey, I was like, hey, how y'all doing? They just looked. How y'all doing? Oh, hey. I said, like, now listen, I'm semi-ignorant middle age. I will, you're gonna say something out here. Okay, because I'm grown now. And I demand I am 40 something. You have to speak to me. Tyler, tell your friends. You tell them, Tyler. Tell all your little friends when the old folks is doing their power walking on the path, and they speak and say hello. Tell your little friends that they better be speaking out here. Don't be all no standoffish fucking children. We ain't no goddamn time for that infinite content. Am I right? And that's not to pick on Tyler, by the way. What's up, Yipper? I pick on Tyler because Tyler's the youngest. He's the youngest amongst us. But Tyler got a good Gen X mama. So, Rebecca. Did I say that? Oh, no, that was Rosalba. Rosalba, thank you so much for your Cash App support, baby. No, Tyler has a proper Gen X mama out here, so I know Tyler was raised to speak to the elders when the elders speak, but Tyler's little friends wasn't. Some of Tyler's little friends was not raised to speak to the elders, and it's I won't say it's a shame. It's something. I don't know what to call it. Thank you, Mama Lorraine, for your super chat support. She says, "Happy birthday to the sweet doggies, Bagheera." Bagheera, they out here sending money. Mama Lorraine. Okay, thank you, Mama Lorraine. Maybe I took a picture of your joint twice, or did you send two, Mama Lorraine? Ooh. Now you know my tongue is colonized here. Alizarin. Am I saying that right? I hope so. Southern California friend, thank you so much, Alizarin. Can you give me a pronouncer of how to properly pronounce your name in the chat? So I'll only mess it up 3 to 5 more times. but I'm gonna get it right eventually. We're gonna get it right eventually. Thank you so much for your super chat support there, SoCal friend. Hold on, where am I going here next? What time is it? All right, yeah. Let me get on here and get in and get out of town. 7:45 on this good Tuesday. Well, 7:47 Eastern time. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please give the video a thumbs up. Bagheera, you want to come in? Bags. You want to come in, Bags? Come here. Come here, Bags. Come see Mama. Come here. Okay, but I'm going to put you out immediately after this, okay? It's Bags! Say hi, Bags! Look at that face. That's 15 years. 15 years of experience. Of thuggery. 15 years. Bagheera, say a few words. Want to say a few words? Okay, that was deep. That was profound, Bagheera. Are you comfy? You want to do this next story with me? You want to do next story with Mama Don't Lick Me? Because I won't tell y'all what Bagheera eats. Sometimes I catch her eating. That's why I don't let her lick me in the face. Because she does crazy shit. Okay, Bags, you want to say bye? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, get out. Get out. Out, out, out. Okie dokie. Whoops. Oh, okay. Well, you guys got a little treat there. There she was, the almost birthday girl, little bags. She did good. She let me scoop her right on up. Now, you guys, so in dog years, Bagheera's going to be 105. She's going to be 105 years old in dog years. It's amazing. It is really something. Am I winded from picking her up? I might be. Why? Because as my mama and her cousin, my mama is in her 70s, her cousin is in her 80s. They was on the phone recently and they said, "We the old folks now." That's what I be telling my friends. I said, "We the old folks now." We the old folks now. That's why I'm over here huffing and puffing. Why? Because we the old folks now. We the old folks now. So anyway, all right, y'all. All right. Everybody simmer down, simmer down. So we got a little Bagheera peek there. Okay, y'all come on in here. Give the video a like, a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Burn it down with Kim Brown. Thank you guys for supporting the channel at BIDWKB. You can support us. Oh, y'all is balling tonight. What is going on? Ethel, thank you so much for your support. That's so kind of you. Ethel, thank you. You Venmo'd us, and I did shout you out, Ethel. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of that, guys. So hold on. So this story also keeps us in Los Angeles. And this is a story that happened the latter part of last week. And, there's so much going on in the world. I can understand how this story could have flown under your radar. And it seems to be a bit innocuous on its surface, but it really beguiles a looming and, dare I say, a dark phase of American policing that we are entering. So, what happened? Let me give you the rundown. And we're gonna see some examples of how the local media in Los Angeles again operated as a propaganda machine to protect the police. So late last week, a man, was riding on a LA Metro bus. This was early in the morning, and I believe the bus was traveling through Hollywood, near Western and Melrose Avenues. The man was on the bus asleep, and under his feet, he had a weapon. The weapon, in fact, was a BB gun. But somehow, some goofy person on the bus, a little disappointed in the Californians there not being able to tell an actual long gun from a BB gun or not being able to tell a pistol from a BB gun. Shame on thee, okay? You guys are making Americans look bad out here, okay? You can't be calling the fucking police over BB guns. But that's exactly what happened. So as this sleeping man on the bus was asleep, completely oblivious to the fact that the bus had pulled over, that the police had arrived, and that the bus was now surrounded by the SWAT team, this man was awakened to discover that, oh, all this shit is for me. It's like, whoa. But it wasn't just enough that the LAPD SWAT team had come out and surrounded the bus because of a BB gun. They deployed one of their latest toys. Maybe toy is not the right word here because there ain't nothing funny about this shit. Ain't no game about a literal killer robot. And the news are framing it as a robot dog. And our good comrade, our sister Jacqueline Lookman, informed us on Black Power Media that no, we don't call these shits robot dogs because a dog is a fucking dog, right? Bagheera is a dog, okay? The robot is a robot. It's not a robot dog. It's a robot, okay? A killer robot. A robot that I believe is greenlit to kill people. Regardless, let me show you guys this package from KTLA and this shiny turd of propaganda. Because you would have thought that the man sleeping on the bus with a BB gun that they had to call the fucking SWAT team out and the robot out for. Like, you would have thought this motherfucker was name me one of them killer whites. There's a lot of them, right? Ethan Crumbly, Peyton Genderon, Dylan Roof. Like, I can't. There's too many killer whites. Can't name them all. But you would have thought that this man was one of them killer whites, and he wasn't. But listen to the way that the TV station frames and lauds that the fact that the LAPD had this amazing tool of 21st century technology policing in order to apprehend this dangerous subject. Let's take a look.
First on 5, the LAPD deploying
Oh, shit.
a robot dog to assist with an hours-long standoff on a Metro bus involving an armed suspect. Everything came to a peaceful end. KTLA's Alina Bovian live in East Hollywood with the details for us. Alina, good morning.
Frank, good morning. That's right. This did come to a peaceful end. The suspect eventually surrendered to police and no one was injured. He was taken into custody without incident. You can see here behind me that the scene is all clear, but you mentioned this robot dog. This new technology really played a very big part in bringing this situation to a calm resolution. Now take a look. This is the video. You can see this robot dog with the LAPD, with the SWAT team in full action this morning. This is Melrose and Western. The armed suspect was taken into custody with the help of this robot dog. LAPD SWAT officers deployed the dog to assist, saying the use of this technology really helped resolve the situation without putting any officers or community members in harm's way. You can see in this video the suspect cooperating with officers as he surrendered. This all started around 4:30 this morning. A call came in from a passenger on the bus, a 911 call saying that another passenger was asleep and had a gun under his seat. The bus is an LA Metro bus, which was going northbound on Western this morning, approaching Melrose. The driver pulling over, waiting for LAPD officers to arrive. The suspect was supposedly sitting motionless and sleeping. Pretty soon, the LAPD set up a large perimeter around this area and a SWAT team was called and the robot dog was deployed to retrieve the gun from the suspect. The robot dog, as he began to approach the suspect, we're hearing he woke up, leaving the gun, and ultimately surrendered to police. According to LA Metro, a handful of passengers were on the bus along with the driver, and they all made it off the bus safely. The LAPD clarifying to us this was not a hostage situation. However, it's still unclear exactly what this guy's motive was and why he was armed, and also why he fell asleep, not waking up for several hours, considering this standoff lasted about 3 hours. Now back out here live, no word if this guy will be facing any charges. He is in police custody, and the scene here, Melrose Western, back open at this hour. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting live in Hollywood, KTLA 5 News.
Cop of fucking Ganda. Will, if you could please pop up the LA Taco story, because Lexus Oliver Ray did some pretty good reporting here, just making some of the blurry lines clear. As of now, that man has not been charged with any crime whatsoever. It's not even clear whether or not he was arrested. The reports indicate that he was brought into custody, but it doesn't indicate whether or not he's been arrested. You know why? You know why it hasn't indicated whether or not this nigga was arrested? Because he didn't do any fucking thing. I don't believe it is illegal to have a BB gun, right? It may be a poor choice. It may be a bad judgment decision. But to my understanding, it's not illegal to have a BB gun, right? I would imagine in a state like California, BB guns is probably allowed to fly. Maybe I have that wrong. But if I did have that wrong and it was illegal to openly carry BB guns, I would imagine that this person would have already been charged with said crime, right? No charges have been filed against this individual. And all I heard from that reporter is the covering up for the cops, the justification for this massive over policing response to what was an otherwise innocuous situation. The reporter there revealing Well, and shout out to Lexus Oliver Ray in this piece for LA Taco. The reporter in this piece tells us that that singular dog, pardon me, robot cost $278,000. $278,000 for that one, for that one robot. $278,000. Here go the headline. LAPD SWAT deploys robot. Thank you. Ooh, there we go. Robot police dog during standoff with man sleeping next to BB gun. So I need to know, how do you have a standoff with a sleeping person? How does that work exactly? Is the sleeping person aware that they are even in a standoff? Is the sleeping person made aware of any of that? The reporter in that KTLA piece talking about it's unclear why the man didn't wake up because, this standoff lasted for hours and he was sleeping. Baby, it was 4:30 in the morning, okay? I'm sure that man was either on that. There was a variety of reasons why that man could have been on that bus at 4 a.m. and a variety of reasons why that man would not have been awakened by anything. Okay. Have you ever seen people asleep on the metro? Have you yourself ever fallen asleep on the metro, bus, or train? I reserve all judgment for this man for sleeping on the bus at 4 a.m. I don't fault him for not waking up, and that is not unusual behavior for me. But the reason I wanted to bring you guys this story, obviously, the propaganda of the robot, the $278,000 robot, the propaganda of the use of a drastic overreaction by the Los Angeles Police Department. This could have been resolved with a single officer coming on the bus to look at the dude, wake him up. Hey, man, you got what kind of gun is that at your feet? Oh, my bad, officer. It's a BB gun. Okay. Well, you're not supposed to da 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 da. But no, see, the LAPD has to justify their $1 billion budget. So that's why the SWAT team had to be deployed against one person who was asleep and armed with a BB gun. And this is where we are in how the institution is having to justify its own existence, right? Like, the Los Angeles City Council approves record budgets for LAPD. For my Los Angeles people, really quick. I know the City Council oversees the LAPD budget. Do they oversee the LA Sheriff's Department budget as well, or is that the Board of Supervisors? For all of our foreign viewers, the way America is so goddamn disjointed in every state, every city, every municipality does the shit different. You have to excuse me because sometimes I be forgetting the shit because the shit is confusing, complicated, but regardless. So anyway, LAPD has a massive budget, $1 billion ish, in that range. How else are you going to spend this $1 billion? How else are you going to keep justifying to the legislative body, that is the city council, and the people, that you need this $1 billion if you do not overreact to minor situations with this kind of response? The SWAT team, the robot dog, for a nigga sleep on the fucking bus with a BB gun at his feet. Are we fucking kidding me? And the thing that makes this situation, and I know you guys are like, well, Kim, this is a relatively small incident, when juxtaposed to the broader content of my show, the Burn It Down with Kim Brown show. Nobody died. Why are you even covering this? I'm covering this because I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared that if they deploying the robot police dog after sleeping people on a bus who are carrying BB guns, what are they going to do with this robot dog the next time somebody is experiencing a mental health crisis? The next time the shoplifting ring decides to run through the mall? Like, I'm very concerned that these robots are going to be sicked upon people, literally, who are not committing violent crimes, who are not in the process of a mass shooting. Some of the more extreme scenarios in which these law enforcement agencies will justify the purchase of these robot technologies. Well, we don't want to put officers' lives in danger. What if there's a mass shooter? What if there's this? What if there's that? First of all, y'all motherfuckers don't stop mass shooters anyway. So let's start there. Second of all, officers, by and large, if they are not inclined to put their lives in danger, legally, they don't have to, per the Supreme Court, and they won't, as we have seen some of these cowardly cop actions in a variety of different situations across the country. So what gives? What gives? Well, the purchase of this robot police technology, to me, is just another extension of the police state in the form of the cop cityfication of police, right? This is what 21st century policing is going to look like. It's going to look like police training at these massively taxpayer funded campuses in which they are training exclusively for urban warfare. They are training exclusively to deploy against citizen populations of this country, right? But they are training like they are IDF soldiers. They are training like they are the US Army, but they are police, domestic police. Why do the police need this urban campus, to train in? Well, because how the fuck else are they going to shoot down all you lefties? How are they going to shoot down all you blacks and browns that want, fairness, rights, liberation? The police need a location to deploy there, okay? And if you lefty dockies and you lefty docky adjacents, right? If y'all get too good with the shit, right? Like our brothers over there in Africa, where I saw, this was months ago, this maybe even a year ago, but I can't remember if it was Niger. It was one of the francophone countries in Africa where France was the occupying force, and they brought down a drone. The people, the African people, had brought down a drone with like a slingshot, like something crazy, like it was crazy, right? So of course, like what we saw with the Hamas attack on the Israeli border, people are going to come up with low tech ways to sabotage high tech policing, right? So bring out and deploy the robot police dogs, right? When people are able to foil the humans, time to bring out the robots. And this is all shit that cannot be allowed to run, everybody. If there is an attempt by your local municipality or your local police department to continue the march towards technological policing, say no. No. Even on a smaller front, let me tell you guys something happened locally in my town. They have this technology at the stop signs where they're using AI to track, I don't know, whether or not people stop at the stop signs, right? So they're not sending people tickets, but they have the stop signs modified with this signage, this digital signage that you didn't stop all the way, and they're recording people's data. I found out my town spent tens of thousands of dollars on this. And I'm like, why? No, like we don't, of course, in a residential area, you would like for people to always stop at the stop signs, but has it caused accidents? Like is it causing a danger? Is there a data proven thing here where pedestrians are endangered, where property's been endangered, if people been hurt? Like it if you just see people not coming to a full stop, if they're just doing the rolling stop at the stop sign, that doesn't necessarily mean that that the conditions are more dangerous. It just means that people aren't driving exactly the way that you would want them to. But I was kind of befuddled when I found out that my town had literally spent all this money, and I'm like, so y'all just got too much money on your hands. Y'all, if you find an extra $40,000-$50,000 for some AI shit, that tells me that y'all got too much money allotted in your budget. Because now you coming up with frivolous shit just to spend the money on something, right? So anyway, that's kind of what this is. This robot technology is spending the money on something, And please be clear, who was the first person And unfortunately, his name escapes me. I remember his first name. I don't remember his last name. You guys might know it. But the first person in America to be killed by a robot deployed by law enforcement was a black man who was a former veteran, or who was a veteran, former military. He's the one who killed 5 Dallas police officers. I want to say this is 2016, 2017. And he was so well barricaded in his hiding position that the Dallas police sent in a robot armed with a bomb and blew him up. There was no trial, there was no arrest, there was no due process. There was none of that. And they did that because he was a black man, right? And they knew, they knew in America, you want to try out some new security shit? Oh, try it on black people first and watch the rest of the populace just accept it. Be like, oh, wow, well, I guess he was dangerous. I guess the police had to do what they had to do. And once the rest of the population accepted that the police now, right before all of our collective eyes, assume this new power to allow robots to kill people because they killed a black person first and everybody accepted it. Guess what? Guess what? Now everybody gets. That's what now everybody gets it, because that's what they do. They try shit out on marginalized populations to see what the what the temperature is, what the will is, what the response will be from the community, from the population. And if people accept that shit, green light. All systems go. Except what people don't understand is that because we accepted it when the police used that robot to kill that black man, that was all of us giving permission, even those who spoke out about it, but all of us giving our permission for that shit to be deployed against any fucking body. Even somebody asleep on a bus with a BB gun under their feet. You too will get the robot. So stand against the robots and also stand against the propaganda terminology of calling them robot dogs. No, dogs are mammals. Dogs are dogs. Yes, dogs are canines. The robot is a fucking robot with bolts and nuts and a fucking CPU and all that shit. It is not a dog. It is a robot. It is a killer robot. And chances are these robots are coming to a police department near you, and they will be used against people who chances are have done nothing to deserve their actions being responded to with that of a robot. So fuck that shit. Anyway, let's call it a night, kids. Shall we? What's up, Big Teal? How you doing? Big Teal, you gotta come back on the show with us. We miss you on the morning show. Y'all, peer pressure Big Teal and tell her to put the peer pressure on Big Teal. Yeah, put the peer pressure right on her ass and tell her to come on back to the Remix Morning Show. Big Teal, you was chilling. Then you was on the morning show, wasn't you, Big Teal? Or you came on this show? Girl, I don't know what damn show you was on. I'm sorry. Who was that? Lady Alex? Nope. That's Latif. Sorry. I'm sorry. You know I can't half-ass read. My bad. Thank you to all the folks. Thank you guys so much. Y'all were extremely generous tonight with your cash apps and with your super chats. Me and Will appreciate that. Why do we appreciate it, Will? Because we're broke. Me and Will be broke out here. So we appreciate it. Will, come on up here, Will. I'm sorry. You already had a shirt on. I ain't even got to tell you to put a shirt on. You had a shirt on. Tell us how the thing went Saturday. I'm sorry. I did not prepare Will for this moment. Will might turn me down. Hold on. God damn it. You don't know I can't fucking half-ass read and shit. What the fuck is this? What is happening here? I'm sorry. Hold on, Nadia. I'm coming right to you, baby. You know I can't half-ass read. Thank you so much. Nadia put her whole government up there. Nadia said, no. You're not going to get me confused with the other Nadia Chambers. No. This is Nadia Y Chambers. Yes. I appreciate that. Nadia, hold on. Hold on. I can't keep my microphone still. Let me tighten this real quick. All right. Okay, let me try to read this. Hold on. It said Biden's 100,000 cops and the rest of the West's the rest of the Wests are being scoot. Oh, are being trained by, yes, totally, baby, are being trained by Israeli trainers and equipped with Israeli tech. Oh, so the robot dogs. The robot dogs are already in Gaza City, I would imagine. Wouldn't shock me. Who did that? Boston Dynamics. The trainers and the equipment with Israeli tech. What did she say? To play out in Gaza. Yep. Wait, hold on. In Gaza and the rest of the West. What's Novara? Novara Media? I'm gonna have to look up that. Novara Media today. Earlier today, 28 minutes in covered it. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Nadia. Appreciate your super chat support as well. Yeah, guys, no, we live in very bad times. We live in bad times. And I actually think, wasn't there a Stop Cop City action this past weekend in Atlanta? Perhaps Kamal can give us an update on that tomorrow morning on the Remix Morning Show. No, it's so crucial, y'all. The good sis Renee Johnson has been telling us, this Cop City's planned all over the place, and we got to get up and and tell them niggas to get out of here. But I'm not going to give you a full recap or update. I just wanted to tell you all from a story that I did on Friday about the FBI headquarters allegedly coming to Prince George's County, Maryland. Y'all, the white men are all over this. I don't think I have anything to worry about. I don't think I have anything to worry about because it's just as I said. All the whites from Virginia, and yes, all of them, yes. Every one of them. So the elected whites, the congressional whites from Virginia, are reaching across party lines with the Republicans, right, in Congress, who have been critical of the FBI and who I don't think the FBI deserves a whole new building nor the budget that they were asking for. Like, it's the left, no, I'm saying the left, the Democratic whites and the Republican whites are squatting up to put these uppity Negroes in Prince George's County in their place. And normally, this is a scenario that I would not be grinning about such a thing. But because these uppity Prince George's County Negroes want to bring the fucking FBI here, I'm going to stand with the whites on this one. Listen, the whites, woo, the white men are mad. And again, because I'm from here and Westmore is not from here, I know how shit work in Maryland, okay? You little uppity Negroes can use your little education and speak all articulate and have your little paperwork all wrote out properly and all that shit. The whites said we need to look at this shit again. And guess what? Guess what? They finna look at this shit again, y'all. They finna look at this shit again. So god damn it, here I am again. Finding myself with I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter which side of this issue I would be on. I would be on the wrong side, period. But you can find me with the whites on this one. You can find me with Tim Kaine, Mark Warner, Jerry Connolly. You can find me over there with the whites on this one. I'm gonna find me some glasses and look down on my nose at them Jones like, I don't think this process was equitable and transparent. FBI Director Christopher Wray, what say you? Right? Yeah, Director Wray said he don't think so either. So, all you uppity Negroes, we're gonna have to restart this process again. Because this is not sitting well with the white folks. And it's not sitting well with me either. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that to y'all. The white folks is all over it. I think we might be all right. PG County may not be getting a new FBI headquarters after all because the whites don't want it there. And ultimately, this is America. And shit go the way white folks want it to go. I don't make the rules, all you uppity niggas. Anyway, I'm gone. Y'all have a good rest of your evening. Have a great week. I will be on the Remix Morning Show tomorrow morning on Black Power Media. So please tune in and join us. We would appreciate you guys being there. Thank you, everybody who dropped us some super chats and dropped us some Cash App support. Love y'all to pieces. On behalf of Will and Molly, I guess Will ain't gonna tell us how's the John. That's fine. That's fine. Will, we don't even care. That's fine. You can tell us Friday though if you want to. It's fine. But on behalf of Will and Molly, thank you guys so much for making the time and coming through tonight. We'll see y'all back here Friday. Love you guys to pieces. See y'all later. Bye-bye. See ya.